Hi, my beautiful Aries. Welcome back to Queen Cup Tarot. I am just shuffling up right now, getting ready to do your April 2019 tarot readings. For those that are new, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. And for those that are returning, thank you so much. Your support of this channel is overwhelming. It's life-changing and it's profound. So thank you. Being able to connect with you guys, for those that I have connected with, done personal readings for, connected with on Instagram and via email. Thank you. Connecting with you is really, it's an amazing experience. So continue to engage the channel, continue to reach out to me, and yeah, thank you. I am going to do a couple of shout outs, so definitely timestamp this reading, guys. I want to shout out my new frankincense supplier, YASMIN. Okay, because this frankincense is so powerful. It's like I've burned it amongst different people, and it's just, it works every time. So it's I'm going to include her details just in case you want to reach out to buy frankincense in bulk, because she imports it directly from Somalia. Otherwise, I'm just going to be selling the smudge kits, which are the little starter packs I did the post about. I'm just trying to work the logistics on how to get these boxes to you and produce them and all of that stuff. But thank you for those that have shown your interest, and continue to be patient. I'll let you guys know when I'm ready to ship them out. So yeah, that's one. From a tarot perspective, some readers that I have been watching and resonating with recently have been Mana for Weeklies, MANNA, I'm pretty sure. Saltwater Heals for Dailies. Walu Baby is a new one that I've been watching for the past couple weeks. Water Baby Tarot. And there's a couple others I'm just forgetting right now. But yeah, those are the main ones that I've been resonating with for the past couple weeks. So check them out, guys. They may resonate with you too. If not, move on. Positive vibes only. Okay. And then lastly, if you do want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me directly at queencuptarot@gmail.com. I do my readings live, and so either via WhatsApp or Skype. And because I'm an empath, so it's I don't need details, birthdays, nothing like that. I just need to be able to connect with you. We smudge just like you see here. The format is exactly like you see it on these videos, except for we pray together, you and I. We smudge together and we tap into a 9-card spread surrounding your energies. Okay, so if you do want a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out. All right. I do smoke pot. It's not the nature of this channel at all, so feel free to smoke with me. If not to worry. Okay. All right, my beautiful Aries, let's get into prayer before we get into your spread. Okay. All right, Father God, ancestors, guardian angels, thank you for all your love and generosity to the collective. Thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and please allow me to communicate with Aries the messages that are in their greatest good, surrounding their material abundance, sustenance, relationships closest to them, their personal ascension, development, and any other messages that you deem worthy that can best serve them at this time for the month of April going into May. Thank you, Father God, Holy Spirit, ancestors, for all that you do. Thank you, guardian angels, for all your unconditional love and guidance. We are absolutely nothing without you. Amen. All right, guys, I'm going to give it 3 more shuffles, and then we'll be good to go. And when you guys do timestamp prior to the prayer, please, or I'm going to delete it. You know, if you don't want to watch the prayer, then just forward, pass through, figure out a way for yourself. But if you do, for those that have timestamped for me in the past, thank you so much, and thank you for doing it prior to the prayer. Okay. All right, Aries, let's see what is on the docket, leaving winter and going into spring. Your overall energy for this 9-card spread. Wow. Amazing overall energy, Aries. This can speak to so many things. It could be It could speak to a focus on material wealth. It could speak to the focus of material wealth required to sustain a family and a home. This could be creating a home, merging two incomes to create a really wealthy household. You know, it's wealth. It's the Ten of Pentacles. That's the overall energy going into spring. It's abundance. It's almost like you were planting in fall, and these were developing over winter and are now coming to full culmination in spring. Where in some parts of the world, you know, anyway, really good overall energy, guys. Your first card out of your spread. So take this overall energy out for a second, because all these cards are going to tie into this in some kind of way. But let's start. Let's see what's closest to you. You've got victory. Absolutely amazing energy here. That's the Six of Fire. Public recognition, victory, feeling like you made it, you've done well, and you want to be recognized for that. Sorry, guys. My phone's having like a seizure, and I don't understand why. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's public recognition. So there's people watching this person make the finish line and win the race. There's other people, and they're cheering this person on, and they're feeling really good about it, right? So there is a sense of public recognition, but at the very least, it's a victorious feeling. Maybe there is an opportunity that has finally presented itself that has the potential of giving you this wealth, and just that opportunity alone feels victorious. This could even be knowing that you're finally in a position to acquire this, merge with this, or build this in some kind of way. Really good energy off at the top, guys. Now we've got the Two of Air, which is Two of Swords, another 6. So right off of the hop, I have 6 of Fire, 2 of Air, 6 of Water. The alchemical signs is a triangle going up for fire and down for air. So with the 2 in between, I'm seeing a very balanced synchronicity here. It's almost like I'm getting the idea of, don't forget where you come from. Don't forget where you come from. Don't forget the ride, the process, and how it got you, how hard you had to work to become fit enough to win this type of race. Look at those thighs. Absolute training, perseverance, dedication, right? But with the equilibrium, I'm just wondering what Spirit's trying to communicate with these 2 6s here, and what the juggling is. It's like choosing between 1 6 or the other. 1 6 being victor, the other 6 being happiness. I don't know why there's a choice. So let's see in more detail. Wow, okay. 5 of Air, competitive behavior, defeat, which is so funny. You've got victory and defeat. Wow. Mother of Fire in the center of the spread. Mother of Water. I'll show you guys the cards, but this deck is amazing. This is the New Era Elements Tarot deck by Eleanor Piper, who's a PhD, and I love her approach to depicting these images. Some of them are quite jarring, so just be prepared. But yeah, that's good energy so far. 7th card out. 4 of Air. So this is resting, depicted here as truce. And then your 8th card out, disappointment. 5 of Water, 5 of Cups. Wow. And the last card out of this 9-card spread is the Sun, number 19. All right. Oh, wow. Under the 10 of Pentacles is the 10 of Cups. I'm scared to pull one more card because, I mean, it doesn't get any more beautiful than that. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to let you guys see your spread first, and then we can go inner. Okay. So starting from the top here, you've got the Six of Wands, the Two of Air, the Six of Cups, the Five of Air, the Mother of Fire, the Mother of Water, which is the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, the Four of Air, which is the Four of Swords, Four of Cups, Four of Water, and then the Sun. Okay. A lot of my Aries are trying to be a new version of themselves. It's like the Mother of Fire, that's fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, right? But with the Mother of Water, maybe a lot of my Aries are maybe learning, or there's a need to be a little bit compassionate towards yourself at this time, or yearning compassion from somebody else, and feeling hurt, maybe because they've given you that compassion before and they're not now, or you're seeing a change in that. There is competitive energy here with these two queens. It's, you know, if it's not two separate people, some of my Aries might be competing with the Mother of Fire in them and the Mother of Water in them. That fire energy and that water energy in them, and how and which is the best approach to use. What is the best way to project yourself in the world right now, using which one? But what I see closest to you with, you know, victory, equilibrium, and happiness, it's trying to figure out what is most likely going to draw you to that conclusion or draw you to that experience. It's like contemplating what is the most victorious path, what is going to bring me the happiness I require, and what do I take with me? Because with the Six of Cups, that is like childhood memories, nostalgia. And then with the victory and equilibrium, I'm getting the impression it's like somebody deciding what needs to come with them as they embark on what they feel, Aries feels, is a more victorious path, end goal, whatever. Some of my Aries are a little bit wrapped up in what they believe is a failure, what they believe is something they were defeated at or didn't win. Some of my Aries are being consumed by that. Like if I look at the Six of Air here, that spider is wrapping that up. It's almost like could be trying to hide something, could be trying to kill something, could be trying to suffer. It's like it's wrapped up in the idea of what didn't go right, maybe from the past. Maybe Mercury retrograde had you really reflecting and emotional about what you feel didn't go right in your past, or where you felt that you weren't victorious, or where you felt like you could have been, but you know, maybe you took too long to decide how to move or whatever. It's a little bit of that kind of energy I'm getting. Reflective, maybe a bit pessimistic at the way you're looking at it, maybe a bit hard on yourself, not understanding that, you know, your legs, you became stronger going through this process, whether you're the first person across the line or not, because we don't know that this person won. We just know they're happy about crossing the line, right? And finishing the goal. So it's like crossing into what feels like happier times, trying to figure out how to cross over into that. How to overcome the defeat that maybe was experienced within a relationship, or maybe overcome the defeat and the lack of confidence that came from doing something and not getting the result you wanted. So then it hit your ego and brought a sense of defeat, which actually negatively impacted your emotions, and your confidence. So it doesn't have to be a partnership, but with the Two of Air, I see like these two birds. So I do see partnership. And then with the Six of Water, that's the soulmate energy card, right? So, you know, it's wonderful contemplation. It's quite intelligent. Aries are taking a very, and it's funny because as you embark in your season, we talked in, and I don't remember what the reading was a few months ago, about this first quarter of the year being a big opportunity for you to step into your leadership position within your life, within the way you function, within your experience. And it's funny because a lot of Aries were contemplating, agreed with that and said, yes, that needs to happen, need to do that, but spent the next weeks or months or whatever trying to figure out how best to go about that. And I see, you know, reflecting, contemplation, studying, self-work, like looking inwards and bettering yourself so that happiness seems more attainable, more clear, you know. And then this kind of debated, because I don't know what's being debated here. We'll get clarification, but I'm not sure what the toss-up is other than how to go about it. You know, taking a more victorious path that's going to bring about more happiness. And then making sure, though, you plan it in a way that allows you to bring the people closest to you who want to come with you. A lot of my Aries, though, are dealing with a lot of like, could be dealing with some negative thinking patterns, right? That have you reflecting on just times when things didn't work, times where you weren't able to get the results you thought you wanted, right? So you interpreted that as being, I was defeated or I lost, right? When really you were learning better what it is that is best for you, most empowering, and what you want ultimately. So what I see in the next 2 weeks to 2 months is a focus and a rebalancing of your spiritual understanding, and how your spiritual understanding allows you to properly control your emotions so that your emotions don't turn on you. You know, because I'm seeing that for some of my Aries, their emotions are turning on them and causing negative output, when really it's a lack of insecurity and a lack of spiritual openness that's causing this imbalance in emotions. It's like needing to ground yourself in your confidence, your leadership. We talked about this. But tie that to how you're emotionally coping with your experience, because some of my Aries are struggling with coping emotionally with everything they have to do, everything that has been done, and everything that they're currently going through now. Because I see past energy, future energy, like the 6 is nostalgia, that's past, you know, the sun, the 4 of air, that's future, present energies. Like I'm seeing a lot, right? So it's like, it's gaining control internally instead of assuming defeat. Some of my Aries are going through certain things in their life, needing to know that this isn't something to assume defeat over. This is something you need to rise up more, better understood, better tempered from. Not letting what didn't work out consume you, and taking the lessons you learned from that and applying it to better acquire what it is you do want. If that makes any sense. I like this energy. What's all being driven is this really abundant, you know, family oriented, community driven energy. You know, the 10 of wealth, the 10 of pentacles is like that family, that community, but the abundance and the material wealth required to really make it 5-dimensional, right? Because the 10 of cups, which is underneath it, you don't need any wealth. None. It's just feeling super good in this chakra. And knowing that the people around you that you love feel super good in this chakra too. Now the 10, though, this is knowing all of that. That they got a little money in their pocket. Okay, I did see the 5 of Pentacles underneath that, and I can't ignore that. So, but all that really tells me is again, with that 5 to defeat and the 5 of Pentacles, it's that limiting. It's being, some of my Aries really need to push, just like in a race, you need to push past, okay, what didn't work out. And not let it consume you. Like this spider is consuming this other spider. And translate the pain, the negative thoughts into spiritual clarity, like looking at yourself like a radio. Turn yourself to a channel that is going to allow you to be emotionally happy. It's like being in the car and turning the radio station. The Mother of Wands is very spiritual. You know, in a lot of cards, she's depicted with like a little black cat, which is like indicative of her, you know, spiritual. Some people say she's a witch or whatever. But it's like she's the radio, right? But she's in control of what dial it's on in order to make her feel the way she wants to, which is emotionally empowered, available, and stable. Whether male or female. For some of you, this is a choice between two. This is a choice between two people, these two queens. And there's a sense of defeat either way you look at it. You know, because right after the victory and the defeat is a truce. So it's almost like for some of you, there's this debate between who won and who lost. There's a truce that's had. So if you're debating, or you're in negotiations, or you're in a position of winning or losing with somebody, and it's yet to be determined who the winner or loser is, what I'm seeing is that these individuals, instead of wanting a winner or loser, drawing a truce, because they know that this can get quite disappointing. Or they come to a truce because they learned the clarity, some kind of clarity, and the clarity wasn't really good. So it's, for those of you that wanted clarity about a situation, sorry, let me rewind. For some of you, you might have thought you were defeated at something, and then the defeat turns into disappointment because you realize that somebody didn't do you well. You know, some of my Aries has somebody in their life forcefully creating a competitive dynamic that is becoming very toxic. But I don't see, maybe the competition is about money, but I'm more seeing this possibly being within some kind of family dynamic. It could be siblings. It could be immediate, you know, your nucleus family, the one you create. This could be in the workplace, you know, with the 10 of Pentacles. It could be even in a neighborhood or a community. But hold that thought. Pause that thought. I hope you guys are staying with me because I'm getting a lot of messages, but I can't get past this victory, defeat, and truce. It's exactly what happens like when people are competing and then there's a tie. For some of you, there's a tie. Oh, maybe it's with the 6 of Cups. Maybe it's a soul tie. Maybe some of you feel like you're competing for a connection, only to have a conversation and come to some kind of truce that you can't actually move forward with the person. So that's where the sense of defeat is. but the fact of the matter is the decision is going to make you victorious in the long run, which is where the sun is. Anyway, let me get some clarification before I confuse the shit and lose all you people, because there's so much, like, you have happiness, victory, the sun, but then you've got disappointment, defeat, and I did see torment, which on this deck is the 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, or at least there being a fear of it, or some kind of financial deprivation, like, you know, feeling like the defeat may be being left out in the cold. We'll see. Spirit, thank you for this beautiful spread for my Aries for April going into May. Can you please clarify this spread for me? Can I get clarification on this 2 of air? Competitive energy. Somebody might feel this way about you. You know, somebody might have other people competing for them in a sense. And if that's the case with the 4 of air and the 5 of cups, that's not going to end well. Somebody does get defeated, but I think you'll be shocked to know who. 4, 5. Alright, let's get clarification here. Your overall energy under here is 7 of Pentacles. So again, that to me is kind of speaking to this a little bit. Oh no, it's speaking to this. Some of you are waiting on a really large opportunity, maybe even a settlement, because 10 of Earth is settlement money. You could possibly be waiting for a settlement, but because there's a little bit of, if you are waiting for a lump sum of money, settlement or something like that, inheritance or something, be very careful about how it ends up. There is a sense that some of you are not going to get as much money as you expected you were going to, so be very, very careful, you know, about how you're spending. If there's some kind of promise of financial gain, do not act like this until that gain presents itself. Don't celebrate until you actually, you know, because I see that there might be a little bit of disappointment around how money is spent in April, or regrets surrounding it, or clarities about how much desolation or how broke you've become partaking materialistically the way you have been. A minimalist type lifestyle might be best for the coming weeks, but definitely I see opportunities and needing to decide what is the best opportunity for you, bring you the most happiness, be as victorious. But the problem is like, for some of my Aries, it's like bouncing between 2 versions of themselves. So you're out in the world, moving as the mother of fire confidently. She can also be a little bit aggressive in the way she communicates, but very confident, direct, you know, out there, fire energy. But then can also be very emotional and have her heart on her sleeve and be maybe emotionally available, or whatever the case is. So it's like some of my Aries are struggling to figure out how to function. What's the best way? And I think that if you figure out a way to merge both of these energies inside of you, instead of figuring out which one is best to move with at the time, you won't lead to so much confusion. Both will be embedded in the way you move, the way you communicate, the way you love, the way you present yourself in the workplace. It's balancing this energy, quite frankly. Because that energy together is very empowering, and it will definitely overcome any kind of defeat that either of these energies felt alone. Okay, once the energies morph together, that feeling of disappointment and defeat changes. It becomes understanding, it becomes intelligence, it becomes maturity, you know, all of that good stuff. So that's really good. But let's see what clarifications we get from the animal spread. Right underneath, we've got the mother of fire, you know, right in the middle of the spread, you know, absolutely stepping into your own. It's like what we said, that fire energy is you guys, right? So it's like stepping into your disposition, but being emotionally balanced and being able to emotionally relate to people so that you can actually be a leader to them, even if it's just your, you know, nucleus family or whatever the case is. Just, you know, stepping into that mother of wands energy that Aries inherits naturally, right? That's why you're the leader of the zodiac. That's why the calendar year starts with you, is because we all have a bit of that mother of wands energy in us that we need to lead our lives. Just like you guys lead the zodiac, you're now leading by example, by leading your lives forward, but from an emotionally capable way instead of from a place of just fire. You know, because then it burns everything. It's like, okay, I'm gaining control. Well, of course you gain control. You just burned there's nothing left to control. Like, that's not the greatest way of gaining control over something, is just obliterating it. This is using a more complicated psychological approach that uses your spirituality, your A-type leadership abilities, but also your emotions. And if you tie yourself to emotions, you'll be able to understand how to deal with people, because you'll just know how they feel. You'll be able to relate to it. You'll feel it, whether they're able to communicate it to you or not. But you can't do that. You can't tap into the, you know, the clairsentient, claircognizant without tapping into the mother of water, the queen of water in you, queen of cups in you, right? I believe you need all four kings to step into divine masculine or feminine energy. These queen, king, page, knight, they're all just maturity levels. That's why you see readers say, doesn't matter if it's male or female. I believe the reason why is because up until emperor, empress, high priest, and high priestess, we all have this in us. And we need to experience these different versions of us in order to have a clear understanding of how we're embarking in our experience, what it feels like, and our abilities to be able to create new experience within it. You know, because if we take out all this pressure of purpose, it really just then leads to, you know, market research about an experience that we're put here to have. You know, we've lived many lifetimes. It's like, why do we beg to come back? Because I believe we beg to come back to do it again. God, please, can we go back? Can I do it again? He says yes every time, absolutely. But what's going to be different this time? Why? And we say, and we come down here and we get an opportunity. That's why I say to you guys, a lot of the time I believe, you know, we agreed to this, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. We agreed to this because we had an idea of the bigger picture before we incarnated here. And the bigger picture wasn't anything more than experience. You begging God, I want to come down there because I want to experience that, and I want to experience that, and I want to experience that. And he says, go ahead. All right. But it was up to us to figure out how to create that experience. Because when we die, I believe Judgment Day is a conversation about about your experience. What did you do? What did you create? And how was your experience? What did it feel like? You know, that's the conversation. You know, what did you create and how do you feel about it? And it's, if you look at it like that, it's like, you want to experience this. And it's great that you have. But experience even more stepping into the king maturity by blending them together. That's functioning in the world passionately, fearlessly, with the emotions required to connect with people so you don't hurt them in the process. Because what kind of leader are you? I mean, there's lots of leaders, man, but we know not all of them are good. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got from the Animal tarot deck here, clarification, please. Can I get clarification for this truce, this disappointment? Truce and disappointment, this 5 of air and this 5 of cups. Again, this decision. So the decision, this juggling of a decision that needs to be made, gets made. Whatever that is to you guys, it could be surrounding anything. And the reason why I think you were juggling it is because you kept reflecting on past defeats and saying, I don't know if I can do that. It's almost like saying, I don't know if I can do that marathon because like 3 years ago I tried and I got sick and I got a bad cramp in my leg and it was like embarrassing. It was fucked. And then like saying, okay, I can't let that defeat overcome my desires to try again or do anew. And then the decision is totally to put the disappointment to bed. Or maybe even not looking at it as disappointment at all anymore. Five of Swords again. This competitive fucking energy is nasty. It's like, it's so competitive. It's like, ooh, kind of fucking competitive. Which, depending on the situation, relationship, career, I don't know where this is a collective general reading. It's annoying as fuck. You might be creating it. If it's you creating this competitive dynamic, people are very annoyed by you. Like, I can feel it. It's like, do not create a competition where it doesn't need to be. There could be, it's like, people around you, or you're looking at things like this, and then there's somebody else that's really just being competitive. It's like one of these kids won't just play, they're just constantly making some kind of fucking competition out of everything. And it makes it very hard to build something with somebody when all they're trying to do is compete with you. You know what I mean? It's like you want to join with somebody, and instead of being happy that you both have, you know, regardless of who makes more together, you've got 100 grand. Somebody's more concerned about one person making 60 and the other person making 40. That's not going to give you the 10 of Pentacles. That's going to get you, you know, into the 9s, individual energy, determining what your wish fulfillment is and this whole vision and all that shit. Right? So it's like, a lot of my Aries are going to, and this could be even with a person or individually, overcome this competitive energy, because this, you realize that what you want isn't going to come about this way, or entrapping what I really want, I'm not going to get if I keep reflecting on things that didn't work out. Or if you tried, for example, if you were married, okay, and you got a divorce and you've been single for years and it's been really hard for you to commit or date seriously because you're afraid. And then you meet someone and you're dating them for, you know, a couple of years, and they're like, hey, you know, I want to move in, or I want to get married, or I want to do this. And you're kind of thinking, well, no, I experienced such and such defeat back in the day with a past soulmate. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not as emotionally available as I would like to be to create this. Why? Because I'm holding on to past defeat. Needing to come out of that, man, because that's not going to serve you. It's like, who cares? Again, it's about perspective and how you look at shit, right? I mean, you can look at it as a failure, or you can look at it as market research. Because that's what you do in an experience. You just do beer market research, figuring out shit, feeling how it feels, analyzing the experience, so you gain more knowledge so that you can better create new experiences that are more intricate in detail and more fulfilling to you, your higher self, right? Instead of packing our lives with these super unfulfilling things, experiences, all to try to fill a void that can easily be filled if we tap in and view the different faces, sides to us. Don't let the world around you limit you in thinking you are emotional or you're not. You're a leader or you're not. No, 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 no. You're a teacher or you're not. No, 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 no. You are all those things when you need to be. You will do what you need to when you have to. Do not create all these beliefs, these restrictive beliefs that are stopping you. They're stopping you. A lot of my Aries are riddled in disappointment. It's almost to the point when somebody says something good, you've got these disappointments and this shit so on deck that it comes off as negative energy. You know, the way you can just be like, well, this didn't in my experience. It's like, no. Maybe there's spirits asking you, or maybe Mercury retrograde prompted you to reflect on a time when you were more victorious or when you did have big wins, to show you that just like those, this was all just to better understand where you're at, where you're going, what the whole fucking point is this here, why you even want to be here. You know, better internal understanding and outside an exterior perspective. And merging the two so that you can be present, truly present. Okay. And then the Four of Swords again. You've got, out of the 3 cards I've duplicated here, 2 of them, out of the 3 cards I've clarified here, 2 of them are duplicates. 5 of Swords. Sorry. 5 of Swords and 4 of Swords. Okay. So, you know, that to me speaks of needing to heal yourself from going so long without air, going so long without sun, going so long without love, compassion, understanding, going so long without clarity, being able to move, feeling trapped, claustrophobic, in the way you think, in the kind of constraints you've created around you and not knowing how to get out of them now. You know, needing to heal, meditate, better understand so that you can get out. Because really, I think if you realize and you better understand, you'll realize it can come off. It's sticky, but you can get out. And quite frankly, I think when you do, you'll be all the more fit and stronger and happier and victorious for it. Okay? Being determined, not giving up on the sun. This is all the happiness that you've been dreaming about and bringing in. There's a change of atmosphere here. It's going, like I said, a lot of you find a way to get out of this. And when you do, the sun comes out, it's bright again, you're feeling great. So there's definitely a release, a freedom, a sense of freedom washes in for spring. A sense of freedom. And this could be even freedom from this competitive energy that you've been dealing with, that either you created or you allowed to take part in, that somebody else created, you know. And if this is an actual competitive situation, like, you know, like a sport or something like that, or in your workplace, it's like, okay, then if you have to compete, compete. Do what you need to do and balance your emotions. Because if you're in, say, for example, a tournament, and you lose the first game, do not let that fuck your mind, because you will lose the entire tournament. Right? So, making sure your emotions are balanced with your actions that you take. Your passionate actions, you know, make sure your emotions are balanced, or else she can be quite dangerous. This energy can be, both of them can be quite dangerous if not blended. They need each other. They do. Okay, so just stay optimistic, stay in a positive mind frame, and do not look at defeat as failure. It's market research. Because now when you win, you know both sides of the coin. You know what it feels like to win and lose at a game that you love. Win and lose, you know, in something you've been a part of. It's like full understanding, like the completion of a circle. You know, ending a karmic cycle, better understanding the process of it, why you were on it on the first place, and why your next karmic cycle will be different, and why you had to go through this one first. Why? Maybe because there was this Maybe the mother of water in you was on that karmic cycle, and when when you became the mother of fire on the other karmic cycle, you hopped on a new karmic cycle just to find that other part of yourself. Now you found that other part of yourself, you can move on from this karmic cycle to continue to find the parts of yourself. Why? Because you want balance and you want fifth dimensional happiness. However that looks. I mean, there's no jewels, diamonds. This is like, you can get this kind of happiness and fifth dimensional bliss naturally, holistically. All right, let's get some romance angels before we wrap up your spread. My beautiful Aries, I love you. Thank you guys for your support. You guys are so dope. I feel privileged to be able to connect with you guys, you know. If this reading doesn't resonate, go check out the other ones, guys, because timing is really fluid, and really and truly the messages, I'm just translating messages for you guys. So, you know, go check out the other ones. But yeah, let's see what the romance angels have to say. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful spread for my Aries. Can I please get some romance angel clarifications? Because I don't know if this competitive energy is regarding a love relationship. It can be. Attraction, keep an open mind, and let your friends help you. So like I said, this mother of fire embarked on this karmic cycle to get this mother of water. And I think that some of my Aries really need to keep an open mind. And why I say that is because I believe some of my Aries are being entrapped by their own thoughts, beliefs, mental restrictions. Some of them are outlandish. Some of them are inherited from childhood. Some of them are acquired over time. But keeping an open mind, it's like needing to open up your mind to a way of thinking that is outside of your norm that could very much benefit you. I see a lot of Aries entrapping themselves in their thoughts. And the equilibrium is how to get out of that. And a lot of Aries internally know how to get out of that is to tap into a more powerful, confident version of themselves, really. And if you are going to compete, make it worth it, or else it's no competition. You're only in competition with yourself. And I do see a lot of Aries in competition with themselves. Maybe looking around and seeing other people experiencing this kind of wealth and happiness, and instead of being bitter and making excuses as to why you can't have it, you start looking in at yourself and saying, I always had the capability to have it, right? It's actually mine's to have, and formulate a way on how to make that happen and how to manifest it. And that alone brings a sense of the sun and happiness and replenishment, because it's freedom. You feel free. Okay, so yeah, keep an open mind. It also says here your soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. Let your friends help you. So I think that what this is telling me also is that you might have certain people around you that can help you more than you think. So some of my Aries might be saying, well, this person can't help me because they don't know what I'm going through. Well, that might not actually be the case. So again, limiting yourself and entrapping yourself because of your beliefs, your limited beliefs. You might be isolating yourself from your friends because you believe they can't help you because they might not have necessarily gone through those specific things. Little do you know that their parents or their best friend or their sister, you get what I'm saying? So just be open. Do not entrap yourself. It's bad enough when people do it to us or try to. The last thing you need to do is to do it to yourself. Okay? And then attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. Aries need to lighten up. Just lighten up, just lighten up. Time to enjoy a little bit, okay? this competitive energy, it's intense and it's repelling people who don't want to compete with you away. You know, there's a lot of people who don't want that energy, and it's needing to be more cognizant of what your energy resonates as. Because I think some of you might be a little bit not understanding why you're getting the reaction from people that you are. And it's because you're not aware of how you're resonating. Why? Because I don't think you're aware of how you feel. And I think the Mercury retrograde that just passed, as well as the Virgo full and Libra full moons, really grounded you and got you to think during Pisces season about truly how you feel, but also about how you make people feel. And then saying, okay, maybe this is why I get the experience that I do from people, or why I get treated this way, and it stops becoming about who wins and who loses, whose fault, who's right and who's wrong, and more about how do we come together? Let's make a truce. Agree to disagree, love each other either way kind of energy here. Come together either way, work together either way, settle in balance either way. But this is resting and healing after this competition, you know, after this competition. Okay. Anyways, guys, that's your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave your comments. Let me know if it resonates with you. If not, I'll see you guys in a few weeks. I'm really going to try to, you know, keep consistent with this, but I've got a lot going on personally too. And for those that understand and send their support and check in on me, I appreciate you guys. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Email me for a personal reading if you'd like one at queencuptarot@gmail.com. Otherwise, continue to let your inner angels live. Bye.